Hello and welcome to the Travel Nurse YouTube channel. My name is Abdul. So the NMC UK, since giving their verdict on the 28th of September surrounding the English language requirement, the proposed changes on the English language requirement came with a bit of an ambiguity. People weren't so clear with what the new rules are going to be or what the changes were, and there were a lot of anxiety and nervousness in the air. And the good news is that now they've released a statement explaining further how these changes are going to take effect and explaining again into details the content of each change that is going to happen. I wouldn't want to waste your time. Let's get straight to the point. So after the public consultations, after the public forum, NMC recorded, received a high record of 34,000 responses from the public. So they decided to, take an action on this, and this means people have actually taken the changes in the English language requirement very, very seriously. And as I said, NMC UK has decided on two main themes. The first one being accepting supporting statements or information from your employer, and the second one being reduction in the minimum scores that is required for when it comes to you combining your results. It says there's going to be the introduction of a new minimum score, and there have been a reduction of 0.5. Yes, 0.5. So let's start with the supporting statement from your employer. This is what NMC is saying. They are saying from 2023, obviously this is when we know you want the changes to take effect immediately, but NMC UK is saying no, they need to make sure the proper structures are in place. So the changes are going to take effect from January 2023. We are in October now, so November, December, it's just less than 3 months. So let's say we are 2 months away. This is what the statement says with regards to receiving supporting information from your employer. So from 2023, we will accept supplementary supporting information from your employer that demonstrates your ability to communicate effectively in English in a practice environment. So this is talking about a supplementary supporting information, which means it is going to supplement something. So this information that I'm going to get from your English from your employer doesn't stand on its own. It is going to be something supplementary. One, it says this will be accepted if you narrowly miss out on a score in one of the four domains by 0.5 in the Ielts. So for instance, when you get 6 in writing and 6.5 in the other domains, the minimum score you should get in writing is 6.5. And with the other domains being speaking, writing, and reading, is supposed to be 7. However, after setting for this, if you miss 0.5 in any of this, then obviously you might not have to resit, or you might not have to retake the exam. But when you get a supporting statement from your employer, then you are going to be registered onto the register. Again, or have a grade in OET. So OET, usually you should have 250 for just writing. The 250 will be a C, and you have to get 300 and above. That is C plus for the other domains. So if you are short by 50 marks, again, if you are short by 50 marks with the OET, then a supporting statement can supplement this result. Again, it is saying if you were trained and assessed in English in a country where English is not a majority spoken language, so countries that are not majority, that English is not a majority spoken language, are quite a few. If you go onto the NMC website, there are a list of them. Most African countries fall under this category, so I wouldn't just waste time listing all of them. Ghana, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, we are all on that list. Kenya, name it. We are all on that list. So now, if you are able to prove that though you are not coming from a country where English is not a majority spoken language. However, you were trained and assessed. You are doing your 3-year training, doing your 4-year training. It was all in English. Your transcript and everything, your academic, the curriculum shows you are trained in English, and you can have a supporting statement from your employer, NMC, saying you can be considered. And again, this is the condition attached to getting the supporting statement. You will need to have worked for your employer for a minimum of 12 months within the last 2 years. So this wouldn't, well, it's not favorable for fresh graduates. Someone will say graduate and graduates. So if you are, if you are a fresh graduate, you just wouldn't be accepted by NMC UK. Then you will have to work for a year. However, if you are from Nigeria, you've done the NYSC, the service, the national service, yes, then obviously that is counted as an experience. Again, if you're in Ghana, you've done the national service or the internship after training, that 1-year internship will serve as an experience. So you are good to go. And the practice should be in a health and social care setting in the UK. So obviously those who are already in the UK, and but some people came over as carers and all that. So if you are in the UK, you work as a carer for 1 year within care homes and all those places, and now you want to register to become a nurse in the UK, then this will also go to you. And they are saying NMC is trying to create a standard form. So there will be a form that will be sent out for the employer to fill out. Okay, so they will send a form for the employer to fill, and NMC is going to provide this form to evidence the English language competency. And they are saying it should be from your manager or a more senior NMC registered professional. So the only person that can actually fill this form is someone with a nursing background. So your HR cannot cannot sign this form or fill that form. Your hospital director, if the person isn't a nurse, it's not registered with NMC in your home country, then obviously the person cannot sign it for you. So those doctors cannot sign this form. From this statement, it means even if the doctor cannot sign the form for you, unless someone who is an NMC registered professional who is working for the same employer would also have to countersign. So you will need 2 people. Okay, this is the important bit. They are saying it is important to note that while we are considering carefully supporting information from your employer, we cannot guarantee that we will accept you onto the register. They always say this, but obviously when you have everything right, you have the results, you have just to supplement, then there's a higher chance of you being accepted onto the register. So this is the first part. This is the part that talks about the supporting statement and how it is going to happen and how they are going to go about it. Now let's talk about the reduction in the minimum score. So from 2023, they said early 2023, so we are all praying it should be January. The new minimum score for each part of the test is there. New minimum score is coming out. And for now, NMC is saying they are going to use this only in clubbing, that is in combining your results for now. Hopefully that will just going to be the standard. Hopefully. So, with the current requirements, you will need a minimum score of 7, with 7 in all parameters or all domains, with the exception of writing, where you get 6.5. It's allowed. The same way with OET, you need 300 and above, that is a B. No, 350 and above, that is a B in all the domains, and a C plus, that is 300 in writing. So now there's a new minimum test score, new minimum score for each of the domains. for all the domains is going to be 6.5, and the minimum of 6 in writing when clubbing. Then OET is going to be 300 to 340 in all domains, with the exception of writing, that's going as low as 250 to 290 marks or points, and that is it. And they are saying to combine these results, you must currently retake your test within 6 months of setting the first test. That's the current rule. But from 2023, this is going to be extended to 12 months. So you have ample time to prepare, ample time to retake the exam. So you wouldn't have to take the exam in a rush. And also makes it only fair considering the amount of money we use in registering for this exam. It's never easy writing a couple of times. It's expensive, I should put it that way. They said, whilst you have the option to resit if you need to, we encourage you to prepare as much as possible to pass it. That's what I always say. Don't rely on the remarks. Don't rely on combining your results. When you are going for the exam, I know it's difficult. Sit, prepare, and just have that mind that you are going to get it once and for all. Once and for all. Should unfortunate happen and you need to rewrite, don't think that probably it's because I didn't get writing or reading. I just need the reading. You go in, you just concentrate, put all of your attention on reading, and before you realize, speaking has disappointed you. So even when it happens that you're going for a research or whatever it is, just take that one again as a fixed exam, and that you are just killing that one once and for all. So briefly, these are the changes. I'm going to make a video specifically on combining the Ielts results. Yes, so from 2023 January, the minimum score have changed, 6.5, 6.5, which is writing 6, and with OET, we've got the 300 to 340 points, while only writing 250 to 290 points. Thank you very much. I think this has brought more clarity to their previous statement that was released in September 2022. So this is the information out. I would say it's a good news. At least there's been a headway, there's been a leeway. NMC is listening to the populace. They are listening to the general population. So it's a good thing. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thank you very much for all the support. Bye.